whose lives are shrouded in mystery, and they want to hide their secret.
To address a theory that many people out there have been speculating on, that Meghan Markle has lied about her age. Is she actually older?
I'm not happy with what one of my daughters is doing, and I don't know what caused her to do this. We've had this conversation before. She's telling lies.
And not a surprise here because, yeah, she lies a lot about her stuff. We've caught her in so many lies. Her own sister has come forward, her family, everybody is exposing the lies that she's been telling.
You think you know Meghan Markle's story. Born in L.A., actress, duchess, Hollywood favorite who became a royal rebel. But what if I told you that story doesn't really make sense? Because based on new information from Tom BOWER and Meghan's own father, the official timeline of her life might be a royal lie. They're not just questioning her decisions. They're questioning her age. Yes, you heard that correctly. The Duchess, who told everyone she's 44, might really be almost 50. And if that's true, it means the most carefully built royal image of our time, from her age to her pregnancies, may have been changed right in front of us. But who changed the facts? And why does every document, every witness, and every hospital record tell a slightly different story? Stay with me, because this is not gossip. This is paper trail proof.
So when Meghan came along into the scene, I just thought, this is fascinating. How is this going to play out? To tell the truth, I spoke to very few friends of Meghan because she put a fatwa on anyone talking to me who she could.
Let's go back to where this all starts. Not in Buckingham Palace, not in Hollywood, but inside the home of a man who knows her best. Thomas Markle, Meghan's father, a retired lighting director, a man who's not mad, just bothered. He remembers her childhood in clear detail. The school plays, the tryouts, the years that shaped her. But when he looked at Meghan's official biography years later, something didn't match. The dates were wrong. The important moments didn't line up. The daughter he raised seemed younger on paper than she'd been in real life. At first, he stayed quiet, but when Tom BOWER started digging, checking school records, magazine files, and on-the-ground interviews, the pattern became impossible to ignore. Somewhere between Los Angeles and London, Meghan Markle had lost 6 years. Wait, 6 years? How do you just delete 6 years from your life and nobody notices?
But is this true? There is a rumor she's actually older, so let's examine what's out there. This is a copy of 17 magazine, and it was published in March of 1997. In it, it mentions our Megzy is from Los Angeles and that she was 21 years old at the time of publication.
The first clue, the magazine that broke the math. March 1997. Teenagers across America were looking through 17 magazine, that shiny Bible of the 90s. And on page 90, a small feature appeared. Meghan Markle, age 21. Normal. Sure. Until you realize something. If Meghan was truly born in August 1981, she would have been 15 that year, not 21. That's not a mistake. That's a 6-year gap. And remember, this wasn't social media rumor. This was ink on paper, a printed record from decades before she ever met Prince Harry. If 17 was right, it would mean the Meghan we know was never a 36-year-old actress joining the royal family. She was a woman in her early 40s walking into the palace with a changed past. The second clue, the father's testimony. Thomas Markle didn't yell this from rooftops. He said it quietly, carefully like a man trying to fix history before it hardens. He suggested that the Meghan he raised didn't match the woman the palace promoted. Her graduation year, her early acting career, even her first big role, all moved by several years. And those aren't details a father forgets. They're the kind you remember, like birthdays, school photos, and scraped knees. His version of her timeline didn't just challenge her image. It cracked the foundation of it. The third clue, the hospital mystery. And this is where things turn from curiosity to cover up. Tom BOWER didn't stop with age. He looked at birth records. Not Meghan's, Archie's. According to Harry's own memoir, Spare, Meghan's delivery at Portland Hospital was peaceful. 2 epidurals, candlelight, calm. They left within 2 hours, baby in arms. It sounded magical. Too magical. Because any woman who's ever had an epidural knows you don't walk out 2 hours later. You don't even stand. Doctors called it medically impossible. Hospital workers called it Hollywood because at Portland, high-risk births, and Meghan's was listed as one. Follow strict recovery rules. You stay. You're watched. You don't drive home like it's a spa day. So, why did Harry's story sound like a movie scene instead of a medical record? The fourth clue, the timing that doesn't exist. Here's the math that broke the illusion. If Meghan truly gave birth, recovered, and returned to Frogmore Cottage, all within 2 hours, that means the entire process, delivery, watching, paperwork, and a 1-hour drive happened faster than an Uber trip. It's not biology. It's screenplay pacing. And the biggest problem, 2 epidurals. Doctors say that's not a thing. Epidurals are continuous, not double doses. So either the medical rules were broken or the story was. But the truth doesn't stop at the hospital door. It follows her home.
Are you worried that Harry and Meghan might end up suing you for something you say, given you know they're very friendly with their lawyers, aren't they?
Well, they can sue me, but what are they going to get?
You can't beat the real story. I mean, that's the excitement of writing these sort of books, that in the end, nothing beats the truth, the real facts.
Once Tom BOWER's findings went public, the internet went crazy. TikTok detectives pieced timelines together. Reddit threads turned into spreadsheets. Twitter was a circus of memes. One viral post read, "If Meghan's age was off by 6 years, the palace just got tricked in high definition." Another said, "Forget Spare. The missing years are the real sequel." Even her biggest fans hesitated because these weren't wild rumors. They were documents, old magazines, school files, eyewitnesses, receipts no PR team could erase. Would you believe her if you saw that 17 magazine for yourself? Comment below.
Now they're alone in a huge house that they could probably accommodate 20 people in, and it's just the 4 of them.
The backlash was instant and cold. Royal reporters started asking quiet questions. Why had no one ever checked her records? How did a global institution built on family history not notice a 6-year gap? Hollywood insiders began whispering, too. Suddenly, Meghan's age-defying image looked less like good genes and more like editing. Even her brand deal slowed, because in a world obsessed with realness, nothing kills a brand faster than being caught rewriting your origin story. And then came the whispers about her pregnancies. If her real age placed her closer to 50, those births weren't just amazing. They were medically unlikely. That's when BOWER's investigation crossed into dangerous territory. Because questioning royal motherhood isn't journalism, it's blasphemy. And yet, the more the palace stayed silent, the louder the doubts grew.
We all know the first interview was given to CBS. We all know that she never intended to go to the Portland hospital. She intended to have the baby at home.
Here's the part everyone's afraid to say out loud. If the age is wrong, if the birth records don't match, then what else was changed? Tom BOWER called it the royal illusion. A perfect image built from selective truth, polished, edited, and packaged for global consumption. A story sold as empowerment that may have been built on lies. It's not about her age anymore. It's about credibility. Because when a single number unravels your entire narrative, it's no longer gossip. It's character collapse. And just like that, Meghan's timeline turned from royal history to royal mystery. If this was all rewritten, what else was hidden in plain sight?
It's a huge disappointment, and it's sad every day.
So let's recap. A father's memory, a magazine's math, a hospital's silence, and a duchess who may not be who the paperwork says she is. Whether it's a 6-year secret or a perfectly managed myth, one thing's certain when it comes to Meghan Markle, the numbers don't lie, but someone did. And if this is what's coming to light now, imagine what's still buried. Because when you build a kingdom on edits, all it takes is one page of truth to burn it all down. If you love scandals served cold, subscribe. This royal rewrite is just getting started.